Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another Tales from the Vargas Vault. It's been a while since I posted one of these. I was looking through my video list and I realized that I've mostly been posting pickup videos. But like I said, whenever I pick up something, I wanted to share it with you guys. But this time I also wanted to upload a Vault video. And this video is going to be about my top 5 favorite badasses in movies. What makes a badass? I think a badass is someone that is able to overcome unbelievable obstacles. And it could be a terrorist, it could be trying to bring down an evil organization. But, it's someone that not necessarily is equipped for it, but is still able to get through by the skin of his teeth. And those are the kind of characters that I root for, because, not everyone can be bitten by a radioactive spider or be a millionaire and, have all these really cool gadgets or be a super spy and the like. So it's those normal, everyday people that find themselves in this unbelievable circumstance and are able to get through it, and sometimes they have a happy ending, sometimes they don't. So those are the characters that I consider a real badass, and movies have a whole bunch of really cool badasses, but I am going to share my top 5, the 5 characters that I find myself rooting for every time they're in a movie. Honorable mentions, I will mention Batman, because, Batman is like my favorite comic book character. But, he had the advantage of, having a buttload of money, so he could train himself and everything and have really cool gadgets. The other one is James Bond. James Bond has been portrayed by a whole bunch of different actors and everything. But again, he's a super spy. He has, he has a license to kill, and he has all the tech from Q. So while he does overcome sometimes ridiculous obstacles, he has those 2 advantages. So they get honorable mentions, but they're not. While they are movies and characters that I like to follow, like I said, they don't fit into the category of this movie. So that being said, I'm going to share the first badass that I really like, and that's going to be V from V for Vendetta. Hugo Weaving, who played Agent Smith in the Matrix movies, did an amazing job with this character. He was able to portray a lot of emotion, even though you never see his face. His face is always covered up with this fog mask, and I just really like the character. He doesn't have any, he doesn't have any special powers. He doesn't have, gadgets or anything. It's just this one guy that went through hell, literally hell, at the hands of this oppressive government. Got burned horribly, and all he has, and like the bad guy said at the ending, all you have is your fancy moves and your knives, and but he represents an idea, and that makes him more powerful. But he really is just an average guy that is trying to bring down this oppressive government in an alternate world. But like I said, I like the performance of V. Even though you never see his face, and he's always covered up because he's horribly burned, you still like the character. Even though I do think that what he did to the Natalie Portman character, Evie, is kind of messed up, but I can understand why he did it. But other than that, awesome character. The way he takes down everyone at the end, with his fancy moves and his knives, is just really, really cool. I was rooting for V, and at the end, I was really, really sad to see what happened to him. But still, he was a really, really cool character, and in my opinion, a really awesome badass. So V is my number 5 pick. Number 4 in my list of badasses is going to be from Zombieland, Woody Harrelson as Tallahassee. Sure, he's kind of dumb, and his obsession with Twinkies is kind of funny, but you know, his mom always told him that he would be good at something, and whoever thought it would be killing zombies. Just a really cool character. Woody Harrelson's performance in this is freaking amazing. I mean, if the zombie apocalypse ever happens, I would want Tallahassee on my side, because just at the end in that amusement park when he's taking down zombies and everything, that is the definition of a badass, because he does it, and he does it looking cool. So Tallahassee is my number 4 pick for an amazing badass in movies. Number 3 pick actually comes from one of the best action films of all time, and that's going to be Terminator 2: Judgment Day. And no, I'm not going to pit Schwarzenegger. My favorite badass and my number 3 pick is actually Sarah Connor. She went from being a victim in the first movie to being this really prepared, really determined person that was going to make sure that Judgment Day didn't happen. She was willing to do anything to stop Judgment Day, even going as far as murdering the scientist that's responsible for Skynet in front of his children. That scene was really impressive. And at the end, where she's going against the T-1000 with just herself and a gun, knowing that she was probably going to die because the T-1000 could have made mincemeat out of her. But still, she was there, and she was shooting her gun and everything. And she's a really strong character. Just really like Sarah Connor. I like her more than, let's say, Ripley from the Alien series, because Ripley is in a more futuristic setting, and she has weapons, and she has in Aliens, she has a big robot thing. Not that it doesn't take guts to take out an alien, but Sarah Connor's more down to earth. I mean, she made herself a badass, training for Judgment Day, and she knows how to use a gun and everything. So Sarah Connor, any way you cut it, is my favorite badass in this movie. So really awesome character. Number 2 on my list is going to be John Rambo, portrayed by Sylvester Stallone. In the first one, he was a Vietnam vet. He had just come back from the war, and everyone mistreated him, and he basically got pushed over the edge by this small town cop. And he's still in training mode. He's still, thinking like a war person, and but it's not his fault he's like that. General Truman says, that's how he was made. He was made to be a killing machine, so he can't help to be, what he is. And just this character is very tragic, I think, in that way. In the second movie, he's in jail, and they bring him out of jail to try to get information on these war prisoners, and then he gets abandoned, and then he gets tortured, and he's able to bust out and escape and everything, and then at the end of the second movie he just walks away, and he doesn't want to go back to America. He just wants to do his own thing. On the third one, I don't like the third one because it's a little bit over the top. I do like the fourth one, the last Rambo movie that came out, because, he's made his own life. He's just trying to get by as best he can. And then again, he's thrust into the situation where he has to rescue these hostages. And he does it in, again, a really cool. My favorite badass that Stallone has made. Not as my favorite character. My favorite character that Stallone has made is Rocky. I just like Rocky as a character more, but as a badass, Rambo is his best character and my number 2 pick. So, what would be my number 1 pick as my favorite badass in the movie? That honor goes to a guy that took out a helicopter with a police car because he ran out of bullets. And that man is Mr. Yippee-ki-yay himself, John McClane. John McClane is the best badass in any movie. He's an average cop. He's just a cop. He doesn't have any military training like Rambo. And he doesn't have an obsessive nature like Sarah Connor or V. And he's not necessarily dumb like Tallahassee. He's just an average cop that finds himself in this insane situation with terrorists that are trying to do a whole bunch of stuff in all the movies. In the first one, it's Hans that's trying to steal the money from this big high-rise building, and John McClane is just at the wrong place at the wrong time, but he's trying to do it to stop the terrorist and save his wife. In the second one, he's in the airplane, and again, terrorists try to take over the whole thing, the airport, and he's able to stop it. In the third one, also a guy that is trying to steal, he's actually Hans' brother. He's trying to steal the gold, but he's doing everything like in a terrorist. And in the fourth one, he's just there because they call him to pick up that hacker that suspicious of something, and then he gets into this whole big mess. But the way he goes about it is just really cool. Again, he gets beat up in the first one. He gets shot. He gets singed. His feet are all messed up. And he still is able to, get through that and have a happy ending. And the second one, the main thing with John McClane is that even though he's a hero and he defeats a bad guy, his personal life is not good. I mean, his wife leaves him. His children don't want to be around him. In the fourth one of his daughters, doesn't want to take the McClane name. His personal life is hell, but he still keeps being the hero. Because like he says in the fourth one, I do it because no one else will step up. There's no one else that'll do what I do. And I think that's really cool. I mean, there are some situations I don't think a normal person would survive, like especially in the fourth one. But still, he's just an awesome badass that, again, gets by the skin of his teeth and is able to overcome it, even if he doesn't get any respect by the same police or the government, and his family doesn't give him any respect. But he does it because, quite frankly, no one else will do it, and that is the definition of a hero and a badass, in my opinion. So John McClane, yippee-ki-yay, mofo. He's the best badass in movies. And if they make a fifth Die Hard, I'll go see it, because while the third one is not my favorite one, and I was kind of like on the edge on the fourth one ended up being awesome. So if they do come out with a fifth one, that'd be cool. But that was my top 5 favorite badasses in movies. I would like to hear your opinion. Who, of course, would you add into the list? Or who do you think is a badass that I didn't mention here? But leave a comment, and until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78, signing off.